Oh yeah, it is time!
Yeah.
I'm for the show! So let's get right to it, you guys. Let's start this bitch up. So what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the show. I'm joined by Axel Droga, all the way from Australia.
Yeah, guns. Let's do this. All right.
Let's fucking do this. So, guys, we're going to be talking about the DCU Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, that was presented by James Gunn and Peter Safran just the other day. I haven't had a chance to talk about it on my show, so I decided tonight was a better night than ever. And now that I'm back doing the Midnight Run, you'll be seeing this a lot more often. Now, before, I used to do this show like every single night, right? Which I still might do, but I am going to do more. I'm going to do a mixture of this and pre-recorded stuff, and if a watch party lines up with it, then we'll do that as well. So a lot more shit I can do because my family's dead asleep, so I can do whatever the hell I want at this point. But Axel, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that. Good to be here. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the DCEU. Talk about Gods and Monsters.
Actually, it's called DCU.
DCU, that's AEU. I see. I still call it DCEU, but it's DCU.
Why do they call it that?
Well, because you got the MCU and now you got the DCU.
Yeah, but why did they call it DCEU in the first place?
I don't know. It's fucking stupid. But let's go to the chat. What's up? We got Prima up in the chat saying, "What's up, Nicotina?" We got Niner for Life saying, "Miss these midnight shows." Thank you, man. Hey, Niner for Life. I appreciate you being here. I know you're down in LA, so this time actually works great for everyone on the West Coast and a little bit on the Central Time as well. I'm here. I'm a good supporter. There you go. What's up, Venom Hernandez? We got Kinky Sphincter. He's calling me a gun shill. Okay, well, I'm a DC shill. I'll tell you that. Marvel as well and Star Wars, but we're gonna cover all of our bases today. Okay. Glad you're streaming. It's 8 a.m. here. I can watch most of it. Oh, that's great. That's great. So, as I was saying earlier, my work schedule changed, so I'll be doing the stream more at night anyway. So here we go. Let's see. Got to wake up in 4 hours. Got jury duty. Oh, yeah, that sucks, dude. I'm really sorry. Hopefully you find him not guilty. Well, it depends on what he does. Fuck it. A DC Peter Safran and James Gunn universe. That's what I call it, right? That's what it is. Okay, so let's talk about the DCU, not the EU, but the DCU that James Gunn and Peter Safran are putting together, and that's called Gods and Monsters. Do I have anything for that? Or let's see, what's this? And that's a background. I thought I had that's for Game of Thrones. I don't want to play that one. So let's just go right to it. Let's go to the slate for the DCU. And there it is. Okay, so we start off with the top 4 movies, which is Shazam, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman. Now, he hasn't really said specifically if these films are going to connect to his DCU, which is, down here. We got Creature Commandos and Waller and Superman. And talking with Sean O'Connell and Hannah Solik, who was over on the Vodka stream, they made it sound like kind of like what Ryan Zierf has been saying all this time is that, and also ACS has also been saying this, that after Aquaman, I mean, you're not going to get another film for another 2.5 years. In between that, you're going to get probably, or you're going to get Joker, Folie à Deux, and you're going to get the Peacemaker season 2, and you're going to get
Batman Part 2, which
the Batman Part 2.
Blue in his logo indicates that he might be having a crossover with Avatar, which don't tell Phil, but I think that's what it's hinting at.
No, I think if anything, the blue represents fucking Mr. Freeze, if you ask me. But we'll see how they kind of put that together. Those 4 movies is the Amelia Harcourt universe. It likely is. I mean, she's going to be probably in Shazam. Maybe not the Flash. She's probably in one of the other 2, like Blue Beetle or Aquaman. But it has straight up universe reset. Okay, so we know that after the Flash, the universe is going to reset. And we know there's been a lot of leaks in terms of what the story is going to be about when it comes to the Flash. I'm really interested in seeing the Flash. I'm going to see it opening day. I want to see how this kind of works itself out because basically, from what James Gunn said, is that after the Flash, it is going to reset the timeline. So we're going to get the DCU. His DCU is essentially going to kind of start after the Flash, even though the first major film is Superman Legacy within Chapter 1. But I think that the the roots of DCU will start after the Flash.
The roots of the hair, you mean?
The roots of the hair. There you go, just like Dawson. So, but here's the thing, though, is that there's been a lot of leaks, and plus we're streaming a late night, so I'm going to talk a little bit about these. A lot of leaks have shown that at the end of the Flash, it's supposed to have. This is rumored, so it's not. Nothing is confirmed until we actually see the movie. But
this legit bullshit. I can't tell.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the end of the movie, he's supposed to be walking out of the courthouse with Iris West, and then he sees that Bruce Wayne is actually Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne, and that Sasha Calle comes floating down saying, "Hello, Barry, great job," and he's like, freaking out, like, "What the hell?" Ah! Because he thinks that he's back in his own universe, and in reality, he's created a whole new universe. Right now, there's a good chance that scene isn't going to be in the movie anymore. They might even change that scene. Who knows? So,
I mean, I just got to say, I spoke to the people at Man of Steel Sharpening, and they said that
come on, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. Bullshit.
That's one thing about that. Okay, I don't.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking,
fuck that shit. But if they change the ending of the Flash, right? If they change that, then what are they going to change it to? I mean, obviously, I think that if you leave the ending where it has Keaton showing up and then Kai floating down and he's like, "What the fuck?" To me, that doesn't make any sense because it's like, where do you go from there? Because if you show Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, then everything's fucked. You know what I mean? Like, so are you going to continue on with that? No, you're not. So that's why I'm thinking, look, if he's going to do Batman, the Brave and the Bold, right? That's going to be
title, by the way.
What's that?
That's Dawson's favorite title, by the way.
The Brave and the Bold. So if he does that storyline, and he's basing it off the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin storyline, which is I think interesting because we were talking about it before the show. That storyline has Dick Grayson acting as Batman because Batman had just died at the hands of Darkseid after the events of Final Crisis. So it's going to be interesting how they kind of. I mean, I don't think they're going to take that approach to it, like that.
Yeah, I think it'll be more like a Gotham Knights sort of thing, where like we're like, I don't know, he's killed by, spoiler alert, League of Assassins, but. Or something.
Well, Kinky, I agree. I hope he is trolling us and Henry is back, but I don't think it is. Henry, did you see the tweet with the actual slate with the outdated fonts? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't like how it looks. I went with this one instead. Plus, it shows the movies that are coming out this year. And those are just basically placeholder fonts. I mean, I don't think those are going to be the end all be all when it comes to the fonts. Because I even made a comment about that and privately to some friends of mine. And then all of a sudden, everyone was talking about that. And I was like, dude, I'm so glad I did not post that on social media for everyone to see because it was just out of control. It was all over my timeline. But like I was saying, I don't think that you can have Keaton at the end of the Flash. Axel, what do you think about? I mean, like, do you see what I mean? That if you have Keaton at the end of the Flash, it's gonna set a weird tone for the universe moving forward past the Flash.
Yeah, because like having Keaton as your main DCU Batman, that was always a dumb idea. That was never going to work. It's not going to work for this universe. They're going to have like a younger Superman, so I don't see why they would have an older Batman. And we already did have a young Superman with older Batman, and people didn't respond too well to that. But even though I did, but like this is like, yeah, but like I don't see Keaton staying around any longer, and like. I don't think he really cares about this.
Well, and, no, I don't think he does either. But the thing too is that like, okay, so there's two ways to go about this. One is that the Flash will reset the DC universe on film, and then everything will move forward kind of after that, which means that Blue Beetle will likely be included into the new not into chapter 1, but into the DCU, right?
Yeah.
So things are a little confusing when it comes to what's happening this year with these movies because they're already made. They're already made. They're finished. CGI is done. He's stuck with these films, so he has. They have to come out. Like, he can't just say, "Okay, well, we're not going to release these 4 films. We're just going to do something different." No, they have to come out. So with that being said, I still think he has to find a way to integrate these films into his universe. Now, if he doesn't, if he says, "You know what? I am not going to integrate these films in. I'll take some of the actors, I'll recast them, and I'll keep some of them, the ones I want. I'm going to keep them in my universe, and I'm going to move forward from there." Right now, if he does that, if he does that, then basically you're looking at a 2.5 to 3 year gap where you're not going to have really anything other than, like we talked about, Peacemaker season 2. We talked about what's it called? Joker, Folie à Deux, right here. The Batman 2,
Rise of the Na'vi. Yep.
Rise of the Na'vi. And those are Elseworlds, which he has designated down here as DC Elseworlds. Why Zack Snyder's Justice League isn't Elseworlds, I don't fucking understand that.
Why did you say that name?
But it's like it doesn't make any fucking anyway. So we have that, right? And then after that time has passed, all of a sudden here comes Creature Commandos, here comes Waller. But see, here's the thing is that Waller connects to Peacemaker 2. So if Waller connects to Peacemaker, then it feels like the rest of these films are going to connect to each other, meaning like Aquaman 2 and Blue Beetle will connect to what's happening later on. Like they're going to be carried over.
I think it's going to be like adjacent, like as in like it's a same sort of version of that character. Yeah, that's what I think. And oh god, look at Kinky's comment.
What about I think he's in this Elseworld. I think he's gonna survive. Niner for Life says, what I don't like that really upsets me is that they said no more studio interference, yet they are cutting Cavill, Superman, and Affleck, Batman out. Which, yeah, I agree, that fucking sucks. But I don't even know if Ben Affleck wants to continue as Batman. He hasn't like publicly said like, yeah, I want to be Batman. They're fucking me over. Like, no, they're not. But if he does, then I would love to see him. So here's my theory. Now, if Ryan was here, he'd be like, oh god. But here we go. So my theory is that, well, I mean, look, at the end of The Flash, I don't think you can have Michael Keaton show up. I think if he does show up, then you can basically write off these films. Like, it's not going to connect to anything. They're just, they'll connect to one another, and then in a few years, you'll get Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, and you'll move on from there. They're hoping that you forget about everything else. But if you're going to connect everything, if you're going to have these films kind of loosely connect to what you're doing in Chapter 1, then at the end you can't show Keaton. He needs to be a one-off. You can show Sasha Calle, but that's in the hope that you're going to use her in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which I just got done reading that series. I liked it a lot. I don't think that Sasha Calle is the right choice for that, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't, I think that he's going to want to cast his own Supergirl,
as in his wife. But every woman's gonna play him. Every woman is gonna be played by her. That's my bet.
Well, but that's the thing is that it just feels like the ending of The Flash has to be reshot if they haven't done it already. And there's a chance that they already did shoot an alternate ending for that, an ending that nobody even knows about. Because there was a Cavill cameo in The Flash that reports are saying that it's been taken out of the movie now, which makes sense because if you're not going to move forward with him, why would you show him again? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But it's Superman. Why would they cut him out?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But okay, so at the end of The Flash, let's say the ending is different. I think it'd be awesome if instead of Michael Keaton, it was Ben Affleck. And then you can at least carry that on to Aquaman 2, but then you're kind of stuck with how do you explain him, whoever Batman's going to be in Brave and the Bold. So I think the ending of The Flash it can't have that moment where he's like, wait, Keaton, Bruce Wayne, Sasha Calle, Supergirl, what's happening? You know, I don't think you could do that anymore because it's going to interfere with what's going on. Unless he's just hoping that nobody fucking remembers in 3 years. Everyone's going to go, he's going to say, I don't give a shit what we did in that movie. This is what we're doing now. I just think if you're going to have Waller connect to Peacemaker, and Creature Commandos is also going to softly connect to what's happening in Waller, and probably
isn't Weasel, like James Gunn's brother, going to be in Creature Commandos?
Well, it's animated though, so I mean, he doesn't even talk in the first one. He's like, he made some weird noises, right?
Yeah.
So there's also a rumored end credit scene in The Flash that shows Ben Affleck's Batman show up on the Flash's computer, and he says, "Barry, you have to find us. You have to find us, Barry." You know what I mean? Which I don't think will ever see the light of day. I think that's they shot that as an idea, because I think the idea behind that scene was that they wanted to include that because we heard reports that Hamada wanted to do a what do you call it? A Crisis on Infinite Earths event movie, which would have probably brought Affleck back for that, and also he supposedly had plans to bring Henry Cavill back later on. Who knows? So the whole this year, I mean, I'm going to see all these films, but this year's movies is going to be a little interesting to see how this kind of plays out, right? But let's jump right into chapter 1 now. So you got Creature Commandos. It's an animated series. I'm going to watch it. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's essentially like another Suicide Squad. It's got Rick Flag Sr. But it's an animated show. I mean, Axel, are you going to watch this?
I might watch it. I mean, if it looks good, if it looks interesting, if it doesn't have, the usual type of Suicide Squad humor, then yeah, okay, I might watch it. But that just depends. Because yeah, it just depends. Also, there was this DC animated showcase featuring the Creature Commandos. Have Carl Urban voice the character, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It was a few years ago, so yeah, there's been some animated stuff with that already.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna check it out. You got Waller, which I mean, yes, you guys give me all you want, but I was a fan of Peacemaker. I liked Peacemaker. I'm gonna watch Waller as well. It connects to that, and then you get the first big movie, which is tentatively coming out in July of 2026. I want to say.
No.
2026. That's in 3 fucking years.
That's gonna be 10 years after fucking Man of. I mean, no, Man, a BVS.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, you're talking about 3 years after fucking Aquaman and the fucking Year of Heroes that's supposed to happen last year.
Oh God, that was so stupid.
It was so stupid. But here's the thing. Now, you're talking about 2026. This motherfucker's gonna come out. And so by then, in 3 years from now, we'll remember because we fucking talk about this shit all the time. But I don't think the general audiences will really remember what the fuck happened in 2023. So there's a chance that they're just going to fucking come out with Superman Legacy and just forget the rest ever existed.
Because the modern audience isn't committed to these movies like they are with Marvel. They're not.
They're not.
No one's talking about Black Adam. No one's talking about Birds of Prey. No one's talking about the Suicide Squad.
It's going to be the same thing when it comes to these. That's what I'm saying. There's a good chance that it's going to be the same thing that's going to happen when it comes to these films up top. Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman.
They're going to be forgotten. This is the same sort of shit that happened with X-Men Dark Phoenix. And they said it's their last movie, which is why there was barely any hype for that movie. Mm-hmm. And it's a terrible movie. I'm just saying. It's
Dark Phoenix is terrible. I didn't like Apocalypse either.
I didn't like that either.
Apocalypse was dirty in that movie, dude.
I thought everyone had cool ass costumes in that movie.
They did, but Apocalypse, dude, they fucking did his ass dirty, dude. That was a fucking dirty way of doing Apocalypse. He's such a badass, and they they made him short. They gave him a fucking weak ass voice, hello. I was
what were even his powers? It was just sand and shit. I don't even know.
They did him dirty, dude. He's such a better villain than that. But Well, of course not, Kinky. He says, I won't
Oh,
forget the
shit.
Snyderverse. Those jerks
Yeah.
are betting on it. No, we're not going to forget that because it has a bigger impact than the shit that's coming out this year. But Superman Legacy, okay? So Superman Legacy, obviously there's been a lot of talk about who is going to play Superman in Superman
I
Legacy.
mean, I already know what the score is going to be. I've heard some.
Oh
scoops.
yeah, it's going to be Hans Zimmer because
Yeah.
because Zaslav has chosen the Snyderverse, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what we
yeah.
were told?
Yeah,
Whatever. Fucking
dumbass
bullshit.
fucking speakers.
There's been talk about what's his name, Wolfgang Novogratz possibly being cast as Superman. We've also heard rumors just recently that Austin Butler is another person that they're eyeing. I don't see that. I don't see that. But
Hey, I'm Superman. Yeah.
well, he's also very lanky. He's very
Yeah,
skinny, and he had to put on a shit ton of weight. I mean, he's got fucking 3 years to do it, so maybe he can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Another rumor that I heard today, okay? Another rumor that I heard today was that when it comes to Batman, that Jensen Ackles might be the guy that they're considering for Batman. And he's already voicing Batman in the latest animated series, which is
The Long Halloween.
No. Oh yeah, he was in that one, yeah. But there's
Is
a new
he
one
in the new series like that Craig Crusader? Is he in that?
there's a new DCAU movie that just came out.
Yeah, like the Legion of Superheroes one.
Yes, he's Batman in that one as well.
Yeah.
And so James Gunn has been talking about how, oh, well, you know, whoever voices them needs to be also in video games, in animation, and in live action, right? It's a lot to ask. It's a lot. Some voice actors got really pissed about that too. They were like, fuck you. But if that's the case, then Jensen Ackles is already voicing the character. He played fucking what's his fucking name? Soldier Boy in The Boys, which I fucking loved his character in The Boys. So, but going back to Superman Legacy, now he's basing it off of All-Star Superman,
which is weird.
It's weird because I don't think it's going to start off with Superman being overexposed to solar radiation. You know what I mean? I just don't know if we're going to do that. But he could. I mean, he might start with that, and then could be. And that could lead into flashbacks from different moments in his life where he's done crazy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Superman Legacy, Lanterns, I'm really interested in. Lanterns is going to be a True Detective series, and he even said he said Lanterns is going to be the first major storyline that really kind of shows you where the main storyline is going for the DCU. So that's kind of cool.
I just wish the Lanterns was like a movie, like because it's a show, right?
It's a show. It's a live action series, but
like you need a huge budget.
Well, you do. The budget needs to be good, but at the same time, though, I like the fact that if Lanterns is going to be the main, like, it's going to be the show that really drives the new story for the DCU, then I think that's really cool because you're going to get it in series form as opposed to just like a 2-hour movie or 2.5-hour movie where you guys have to cram everything in there. You're going to have this slow kind of progressing story that's going to kind of play out. This gives you an idea of where they're going. And then you got The Authority. Okay. That's another series that I'm going to have to read. But with The Authority, you essentially have like a second type of like Justice League who's all based out of the UK.
Are they like sort of the Illuminati from Marvel or something?
No, I mean, essentially they're like another team of superheroes. And within this team, it's a little more brutal. Like when they fight guys, they're like, you know, they're more violent. Yeah. But not because they want to be violent, just because the comic depicts it as a little more kind of like The Boys, you know, like if they hit a regular person, their head's gonna explode, shit like that. You know what I mean? But these guys are another team, and of course there is a series which I'm gonna read this one as well, which is there's a book out there, Superman and the Authority. So I got a feeling that after Superman, that it's gonna tie that in as well, because I think that's where they're gonna kind of bridge that gap. Because I mean, it doesn't seem like we're gonna get a Justice League film anytime soon. Looking at Chapter 1.
Yeah.
But according to Rob Keys, and Rob Keys works for Screen Rant, the other night in the Vodka stream, he said that there are parts of Chapter 1 that we haven't seen yet. That
Okay.
there is one, if not two, major bookends to Chapter 1 that he has not presented to the general audience. And those are like his, like, if he would have told us what those were, that would have given away what the storyline is going to be for the DCU moving into Chapter 2. So there are major projects at the end of this. We just haven't seen them yet.
Okay.
And so I even asked them, do you think we're going to see it at San Diego Comic-Con? And they said no. I think San Diego Comic-Con would just be more of what you see here. Just more of this promoting these projects. And I would assume that at San Diego Comic-Con, that's where we're going to get more casting information, casting news for Superman, for the Authority, Lanterns.
You can't just have another, Dwayne Johnson situation.
Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Supergirl, Swamp Thing, all that shit.
Yeah.
Paradise Lost looks cool. They said it's like Game of Thrones. I don't know if it's going to be that, because Game of Thrones is kind of fucking dirty.
Yeah.
But I love it. Absolutely fucking love Game of Thrones, dude. So fucking good. I can watch that shit like almost every day, dude. So fucking good. But Paradise Lost, I can't see it being like an event show where I'm like, oh, dude, Paradise Lost is on. I got to fucking check this shit out. Like Game of Thrones was. Now, I'm going to watch it, of course. I'm going to be excited. But, it takes place, and it says even in THR reported it that this takes place before the Wonder Woman films. To even say that makes me wonder if Gal is even going to stick around for Chapter 1. Because look,
will Connie Nielsen and the other actresses be involved?
I don't know. That's why I don't know. I mean, they're a lot older now. So if you brought them back to do the show, I mean, that's asking a lot. Now, I think that'd be awesome, but there's a good chance that they're going to recast all of them. Hippolyta, Robin Wright's character, the Amazons.
Yeah.
So, and if you did that, then it's a safe bet that you're going to recast Wonder Woman with a younger or just a different actress altogether.
Yeah.
But we know that Wonder Woman is going to be in Shazam. She's going to be in The Flash. Everything I'm hearing is that Blue Beetle has 0 cameos. That there's references to characters, but there's 0 cameos.
Yeah.
Like Batman doesn't show up. Wonder Woman doesn't show up. Nobody shows up. They just reference some characters and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that Aquaman, obviously, look, there's the Bruce Wayne scene that we talked about, where it could be Affleck, could be Keaton. I think both those scenes get cut out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Again, it's gonna throw what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening here? So I think they get cut out, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But Paradise Lost, I mean, look, I think it buys them time to get to Wonder Woman, because you're talking about Superman, Lanterns, Authority. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, look at it this way. We know that she's going to make an appearance in Shazam and make an appearance in The Flash. But then after that, you're not going to see her in Blue Beetle. You're probably not going to see her in Aquaman. You're not going to see her in Creature Commandos or Waller. Do we see a Wonder Woman in Superman Legacy? I don't think so.
Maybe a reference. I don't know.
Lanterns. I mean, she's not going to be in space.
Yeah, she'll die.
Probably not the Authority, because they're going to be in Europe.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Well, I mean, Wonder Woman is in Europe sometimes. She
lives in France.
Yeah,
she works at the Louvre.
I'm sorry,
but I mean, so it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Then you got the Brave and the Bold, which is going to be cool. Booster Gold. I want to see who's going to be playing Booster Gold.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors out there on who it could be, right?
Yeah, like Glenn Powell is the biggest.
Glenn Powell, yeah.
I actually can see him. Like, people say he would be a good Hal Jordan. I don't really see it, but
I could. I think he easily pull off Hal Jordan. I was saying over on the Four Nerds that it would not shock me if he cast. Well, that's to say, if Star-Lord dies in this next one, I could see him casting him as fucking Hal Jordan. I can.
I could see more of Guy Gardner, but not Hal Jordan.
I could see James Gunn doing that, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna bring over Chris Pratt. He's gonna be my Hal Jordan because I want an established actor.
That's my Hal Jordan.
I could see him doing it. I could see him doing it. And then you got Supergirl and Swamp Thing. So I think Swamp Thing, the fact that you got James Mangold attached to it to direct it, that's a win right there. So I'm looking forward to Swamp Thing.
Winner, chicken fucking dinner.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to the second topic, which connects to this one, which is Ben Affleck to direct. So there is rumors that he could do Superman Legacy. There's rumors that he could do The Authority. There's even rumors that, he's going to do Batman the Brave and the Bold, which I'm sorry. If he picks any of these projects to direct, they're going to fucking turn on him so bad that the other side of the fandom. You turned your back on Zach, you son of a bitch. How could you?
It's like when Gunn said, "Hey, we like when he said that Henry Cavill's not going to be coming back as Superman." Like he said, "Hey, but he could come back as a different character." No, I don't. No, it's like they said the same thing about what Ben Affleck directing another movie. No, that's just hopeful wishing, and I'm not gonna stay. I don't know. Who's your choice for Jon Stewart?
William, damn it. My time of the night. Hey, this is when I'm streaming now because my shift change at work.
William, this is our time now, bitch.
It's our time. It's my time to shine. Oh, fuck. There we got that name. No, but I'm only going to go for an hour, and then that's really it. He thinks he'll pick Brave and the Bold. I mean, it could be that he does a Batman, but it wouldn't surprise me, if he did something like Superman. It actually wouldn't surprise me if he did Supergirl, because that story is actually really good, and I could see him doing that as well. But I would think out of these ones that are up here, it would be probably Superman.
I mean, you can't picture him doing Booster Gold, like seriously.
No, but if I had to pick one for James Gunn, other than the rumor that he's going to do Superman, then I would say The Authority. I think if he's going to direct any of these, he's going to do The Authority. It says we're going to have to go to the mattresses. What? What are we talking about, William? What are we talking about? So that's your look at the DCEU Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Out of all these projects, Axel, which one are you most excited for?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. I'd have to say Batman the Brave and the Bold, because I'm interested in what he's going to do with Batman, because we already have Pattinson doing his shit with the Na'vi. So we'll have to, I kind of want to see what he's going to be doing with this.
William says Gunn has to do Superman. Shouldn't be a question.
Kind of.
I mean, he's already writing it, so it wouldn't surprise me. But if for any reason he didn't do Superman, if Ben Affleck, let's say he's really in that deep of talks that rumors are saying with Ben Affleck, and Ben says, you know what, I want to do Superman, then I would think he would take The Authority easily. But more than likely, I think Gunn is probably going to do Superman. Well, what I was saying, William, is that if he does choose a project other than Superman, it'll be The Authority. I mean, that's his passion project. I would think that's immediately where he would go to if Superman wasn't going to be the one he's going to be doing. What's up, J Money?
Hey.
Supergirl, I think, is going to be the fact that they're going with the Woman of Tomorrow. Again, you're looking at a self-contained story that takes place in space. So I think that's cool because, I mean, her story doesn't really affect what's happening on Earth.
Yeah, so it's a standalone shit.
You could really follow that storyline to a T, not to a T, but very closely in a movie, and still have it be and to be a fire movie at that.
Yeah.
Because the story itself wraps up at the end. The girl, Ruthie, who's the young girl. Her story comes fucking full circle.
All right.
In that, so baby Ruth. There you go. This is lost for you. J Money writes, I think I want Gunn to direct Superman Legacy. 2, since he is so
Impassioned.
writing it, and I
I
think
remember
after we direct one of these movies, and I think it'll be Brave and the Bold or a JL film. We'll see.
Ben Affleck's a traitor. No.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine at this point, whatever he wants to do, whatever movie he wants, they're gonna give it to him.
Yeah. Let's hope.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So for me, out of all of these projects, I don't know. For me, I'm most excited for Lanterns. I just want to see a real Lantern story in live action. It's going to have both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Obviously,
we haven't gotten that in like 10 or 12 years.
They've never done one. It always has the fucking Ryan Reynolds one.
Yeah.
And so with that, I think that, obviously they're probably not going to go with Wayne T. Carr. Dirty.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
But there's plenty of actors out there that they can go with, obviously. But I would love to have seen Wayne T. Carr get a chance.
Yeah.
But they're not, because if he's not going to go with Henry Cavill, I don't think he's going to go with. I consider this an invasion, dude. I also, I'm not going to go live every night either. It's going to be like maybe 3 times a week, so you'll have some time in between. I only have 10 viewers. 10 viewers.
We're gonna steal your audience.
We're gonna eventually, yeah. I'm gonna invade and steal your audience. That's.
And I'm also gonna steal your Darth Vader suit. So just be aware of that. Go all the way to Vegas and steal your suit.
You're not even live right now. I don't even see you live.
Yeah, he was live like an hour ago or something.
Oh, he was? Oh, so he already was live.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going on about, William? Oh.
What's that?
What is he going on about if he was already live?
He's just having a good time. So, and then of course we already talked about Swamp Thing. So now Booster Gold is gonna be a live action series, and I said this over on the Four Nerds. I feel like Booster Gold is gonna be like a Peacemaker 2.0.
Yeah.
Andre, you have his kinky sphincter. There we go. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. There it is.
Kalel, no.
Thank you, Kinky. Thank you. There's 11 people in the chat. Make sure you smash the like button and hit that subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. And let's drive the subscriber count up.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Superman Legacy, Swamp Thing, Brave and the Bold. The excitement just wait. I'm interested, but the excitement is just not there. Let's see. I saw you were going on at midnight tonight, so I went on earlier. Oh, thank you, William. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing if it was the other way around, but I don't get off till late, so I didn't have a choice. Okay, so here it is, Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. One thing I will say is that I like how there's a huge variety of characters and of properties when it comes to his Chapter 1. It's not just Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Let's go. You know what I mean? You're getting a whole lot of shit. I think that's pretty cool. So, kudos for that. For kind of going on a limb and doing that. Okay. So let's move on to our third and final topic as we wrap up the show. The Last of Us Episode 4. Now, again, did you play this game?
Yeah, I actually finished the second game last night. Holy shit, that was intense.
And you played the first one too, right?
Yeah, I played the first one.
So again, they did it again, where I'm watching the show and I'm like, "Holy fuck, this is the game!" When she goes, "Look, there's the what do you call it? Where the military should be at, or Fedra." Where's Fedra? Hey, help me! He's like, "Hang on." I was like, "Holy shit! I've played this game. I've played this level or this part of the game. This is nuts!"
Yeah.
And they killed all of them. I died a few times at that in the game, though. I was like, fuck. But overall, I mean, like, they get the car, they get almost ambushed, like in the game, and everyone's trying to find them. The lady who's leading this new group, I'm sorry, I don't know who the fuck would follow this lady. I'm like, dude, I don't get it. But maybe she'll try not to be fucking menacing as it goes on. I don't know.
knows? Maybe they don't go far enough.
You don't go far enough.
I don't want
but Ellie learns how to shoot a gun. She fucking shot that dude in the back. Oh, I can't feel my legs.
I can't even piss.
Stand up. Oh. We can be
That's
friends.
what I was thinking.
I'll tell them you're cool. He
I
kills him
don't
anyway.
kill me.
Actually, he didn't even shoot him. He stabbed him.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Probably my favorite episode, says Venom.
Oh, really?
Damn good show.
Damn good show.
Jay Money says, I remember this is only part 1 of chapter 1. What's he talking about? Oh, he's talking about DC. Sorry. I was like, what the fuck? So they go hide out in whatever old store that was, and then they go up. They go to that building and they go up to like, what is it, like the 30th floor or 13th floor? I forgot what floor it was.
Yeah.
And then they break the fucking door to get in there, and then they set up their beds like right in front of the door. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this glass on the ground so that they walk in, we can hear them. We hear them step on." Dude, they could have fucking walked up to the door and been like, and shot them. They were like 10 feet away. I was like, "Dude, is there like a desk, something that you can put in the way where you can't see it?" And then the 2 boys showed up that the other people were looking for.
Yeah, and yeah, is that what's his name?
Were they in the game?
Yeah, they were in the game, I think.
They were in the game.
Yeah, and
don't you go underground at one point and you're like,
yeah, and we're split up, and yeah,
it was like I remember that.
And I know how it ends.
I'm gonna replay that game too. I'm totally. You know, it sucks. I had my PS4 out here because I was gonna do gaming streams. I ended up taking it back inside because I was having a hard time with it. Plus, I had to use that that PlayStation app where it like mirrors it. Just fucking sucks. I don't like it. I need to find it better. I need to get a what do you call it? An Elgato or Delgado. Sorry, Elgato. I need to get a cat. But I thought it was a good episode. What'd you think, Axel?
I thought it was a bit of it was another filler episode or something. Yeah, that's those characters. I thought it was a kind of a boring episode. Like nothing really happened. To be honest, like it wasn't. I didn't really feel it. I didn't really feel like anything was gonna happen. Really, besides that scene where she shoots those fucking dudes. I didn't really think anything was gonna happen. Besides, like the end shot. Like, yeah.
Although I like the joke at the end.
What was the joke? I don't even remember the joke.
She says, "Did you know that diarrhea is hereditary?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yeah, it runs in your genes."
Oh god.
So stupid. I think in the show they made Sam deaf because he doesn't speak. Yeah, could be.
I mean,
could be
that scene, so we don't know.
We don't know. But overall, though, I mean, the show has done a great job at making sure that it stays true to the game, and that like almost every episode, it's like I'm playing the fucking game. It's just I've never seen a movie or show do that to the point where like it's blowing my mind how close it is to the game. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. But overall, though, I wouldn't say it was my favorite episode, but it was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. Can't wait for the next episode, which comes out on Friday because they want to get ahead of the Super Bowl. So that kicks ass this Friday. So fucking A.
Fucking A, mate. Let's fuck this bumhole, right? Yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I'm excited for that, and Jesus Christ, I'm just not ready. Like The Last of Us Part 2, like the video game, that was intense. Like there were just people dying left and right.
Everybody dies, and everyone's gay. Really? Everyone's like having sex with each other in that game. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, the problem with Part 2 was that I felt like I didn't care enough about some of these characters.
Yeah, same here. Like I didn't really care too much about like Abby's storyline. Like I just
and there's a lot of fucking Abby in this, in that game. And I was just like, I don't give a shit.
That's why I skipped some of the cutscenes. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this character.
No, you know what it is? And you know, I don't want to spoil it for everybody else who hasn't played the game yet, but I just wish there was a lot more Joel. Put it that way.
Yeah, same here. I was pretty shocked, but it didn't ruin the game for me. Like,
it didn't ruin the game, but I was kind of like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like why I bought it. You know, like I don't understand. I don't get it. But check out Last of Us on HBO Max.
Yes.
HBO or wherever you watch Last of Us. Check it out. It's good. I like it a lot.
And if you're in Australia, it's on Blue.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for the show.
Yes.
Those are all the topics I have for today. I'm trying to keep it down to like a 3-topic minimum. I used to just throw like shit at the wind and as many topics as I possibly did, but no, I'm going to keep it to 3. Talked about DCU Chapter 1. Talked about DCU Chapter 1. Thank you. We talked about Ben Affleck possibly directing what project he would direct.
Yes.
That was early in the show. And we talked about The Last of Us Episode 4, which I thought was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
What's up, geeks? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey.
We talked about all 3 of those topics. So if you want to go back and check that out. Talk about some rumors that we heard. But anyway.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. I'll be live again probably on Wednesday, unless something big drops tomorrow. Then I'll go live again. Other than that, I want to say thank you to Axel, came out here to join the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Thank you to William for rescheduling on a whim. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Venom Hernandez, Kinky Sphincter, J Money, Niner for life. This guy who wanted to offer me a deal.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? Prima.
Jamie, you got him. Came in late, bro.
Yeah, Jamie. Damn, what time is it? It's late. But we're wrapping things up right now. Guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you're always notified of any new content the channel puts out. I'm going to record a video tomorrow. I got a couple videos that I'm going to be recording. One is going to be the Nightmare Theory. It's basically my theory about how the nightmare scenes, where they line up in the overall timeline, how they connect.
Okay.
It's just more of a theory. You know, it's something for fun. And then I got another one that I'm going to be doing soon. It's going to be the Black Adam theory. Essentially saying, what would have happened if they would have continued on from Black Adam and didn't reset? So, long live Donna.
I just had that.
And thank you. I appreciate that. You know, he's going to rewatch, and I do. I very, very much appreciate that.
A replacement Mara. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
He's the replacement Mara. There it is. But anyway. All right, guys. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Check out the new video for I'm going to record that Tuesday night, so it should be up Wednesday morning.
Yes.
One of the two. I'm not sure which I'm going to do first, but I'm going to do one of the two. And then I think I'm going to do a Last of Us watch party on Friday night when I get home, which will be going on Saturday. So if you're around, Axel, you're more than welcome to join.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. I can bring the tripper snipper.
There it is. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace!